Hello, everybody. Welcome to Mega Scorchers, the main phase, your weekly source for all trading card game goodness. It's episode number 89, October 19th, 2014. We went down. I think actually Twitch went down. So for all you people watching this video in the VOD, that's the only way you're seeing it. Luckily, we have an audio stream back up, so everyone who was watching live, I did a link out in the social media sites, let them know they can listen to the audio-only feed. So that way you can still listen to us live at least. So we're back from our little mishap there. So hopefully Twitch figures out what's going down.
Take two.
Yeah, take two. So really quickly, we're gone for a month. Shit went down in Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot of shit, Magic, pre-release happened, and so not crazy amount of shit happened. Not crazy amount of shit happened. Only now we're starting to see some decks pop out and stuff like that.
It was Ragnarok.
It was Ragnarok. But so that's what's gonna happen. I got a new floor. I did a TED Talk. There you go. That's why we're gone for a month. Gandhi is back, and Chris is back. It's nice to hear Gandhi's voice. We think he sold his soul to Konami because he made a lot of good predictions in the ban list. And now we're back to what decks we've been playing lately. Boom. There you go. I just summed up everything very quickly as best I could. And Gandhi was saying something about how he's playing Sylvans. Sylvans, Gandhi. They could do some wombo combos, but how are you playing Sylvans, Gandhi?
Yeah, you only have one soul charge.
Oh.
All I need.
Chris, we only had one Monster Reborn back in the day.
Yeah, but soul charge is different than Monster Reborn.
Yes, it is. It is.
It's better.
It's way better.
Oh my God, Nero.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. Good boy.
I think it's better. You can get a lot more done with it. And everyone's still playing them upstarts, just giving you them life points.
Maximum Hoban.
So you've been trying out Sylvans, Gandhi. How's that been working? Have you really tried play testing it yet? Like, what's so special about yours? I think you were saying something about you mix Shaydolls with it.
Yeah. I call it Shadow Forest. It's a pretty good tangent, especially with next challengers coming up. We get more elemental fusions, or Shadow fusion of a different element. We're getting Earth, and we're getting Fire. And Sylvans has some pretty nice fire monsters, one being a mushroom and one being the big Hermie.
Do they have earth monsters? Huh.
They have, there's a couple of earth monsters ran in there. I know Glow Bulb is going to be a staple in there.
He doesn't excavate though, Gandhi.
Oh yeah, he still triggers. He triggers. He triggers Shaddolls and shit, though, right?
Yeah, he does.
Yep.
So it's not a cost.
But also, I can set up some Dandelion plays
with freaking Charity.
Yep.
Yeah, you could.
It's possible in theory. In theory, communism works. That's
pretty much Sylvans, right? They're just the stack deck. You stack what you need on top, and then you know.
Yeah.
Then activate what you want.
You maximize off of it.
That charity power will make decent hands great hands. And like Lone Fire.
And then Lone Fire.
There's been a thing since Plants introduced it.
Yeah, a lot of things I like about Sylvans because they got a lot of combos they can do and stuff like that. They can make a turn 1 Spark Dragon if they have to. They have a lot of ways. But a lot of the go on, sorry.
I was going to say a lot of tangents and synergy around the Draco set plays. It's going to be more in tangent than ever, especially with the Glow Bulb.
Oh yeah.
I'm so happy about that Glow Bulb.
A lot of people are very happy.
Yeah. Plants are happy in general. Let's see what we can do with it. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Gandhi's going to do weird and wacky things with it.
Oh yeah, he'll find a way.
Can't wait to play
Very
against
much
whatever Gandhi makes, though.
Indeed.
Gandhi decks refresh the soul. They do. I like
They
They do. How about you, Nero? What decks you been playing?
Well, I've been goofing around trying to make a mono blue deck. I think it
Okay.
can work
Why?
much better than this
Ah,
Mardu and Jadeski. They're too slow.
just
because
guy.
all the land comes in tapped. When you're not having land that comes in untapped, you have a huge advantage. Monocolor should be doing well right now. I think people just love these damn fetch lands too much to go mono.
Crazy.
Hey man, I think the fetch lands are a good compromise for all the shit we lost. Just saying. Just saying.
Well, we lost the shock lands, which we want to go fetch.
Well, too bad. Too bad. We're gonna use the fetch lands to mitigate that. We can't drop down a land that gives us as many colors as we fucking want. All right, that's what it should be used for. That's what I like. I think the fetch lands are great. Like the Esper deck I'm
They
working
are
on
great, but they're great for
totally
modern.
centers around the fetch lands, so it gives me that fighting chance.
You're too slow that way. There's no way you can catch up. Anyway, I think mono green I've been also goofing around because that should be the deck topping. Cause
Yeah, it should. Fucking talk.
nothing got lost in that deck. Nothing. From
And
the
they got
rotation.
even better mana dwarfs, so it's like fuck. Let's get going here.
Why hell's mono green not taking off? I bet you in 2 weeks you'll see mono green pop up everywhere.
I hope. Maybe.
Is
Yeah.
deck
I hope.
win still a thing?
Yeah, it is. It's even better now, in my opinion, because you fucking have
It should
that
be.
advantage of being a single color.
Should be mono green, mono blue, and mono black with a little white splash in for Soren. I understand that.
I see.
I'm
Mardu.
because I
I
built
see a
that
lot of that.
deck with around fetch lands because I have 3 Bloodstein Myers already, and I tried to use it. It was just too slow and everything's just entering tapped.
Yeah. That is a problem, but from my play testing with my Esper Control deck, I don't feel like I'm getting behind, to be completely honest.
Under control, you don't really mind getting behind.
Yeah, because maybe that's why it's working out for me. Well, it's still not the best as it was before, because when you don't have Supreme Verdict, you could drop anytime you want. Then it gets a little rough.
Still.
Yeah. That's actually what I've been using.
Put that in there, right?
Yeah, I have that in there. Yeah. That's what I've been. That was kind of my replacement for it.
That's everybody's replacement for everything. And we thought here that we were going to go into a format with no field wipes. No.
No.
And
We just
it's
it's not the perfect field wipe.
And now it costs just 1 more to cast.
Yeah, it's not that big of a problem.
It destroys every enchantment attached to the creatures too.
Yeah, that is nice.
You don't have to worry about Boon Satyr anymore. He's pretty much non-existent.
Anything
anymore.
in Pokemon?
Pokemon? Not really.
Not
I just
really?
stick around. Because I really don't feel like building again for Pokemon. Because it usually is too much money to build for Pokemon.
Yeah, I got to show you that website, that TCG one. It's really nice.
Yeah.
I've been playing testing like a champ on there. Holy crap, it's been fun. How about you, Chris? What is me guess? You've been chilling with the Knights in the Sky still or something? The Stella Knights, sort of
Of
thing. They are?
course. I have been using it constantly since the last time you saw me about a month ago.
Damn, you've been getting it
It's
in.
been doing well for me, yes. Very well. Like with the ban list changes, the third Rhoda really makes up the difference. Like
Oh
I
my
just
God,
replaced the soul
yes.
charge with Rhoda. Like so I have efficiently 6 Rhodas in my deck. Sometimes I run out of monsters and I set the Rhodas as bluffs. But yeah.
Oh my God, like it's weird that we'll live in a world of like, all right, we're not gonna give you Stratos back, but we'll give you 3 Rhodas. That's what they
Yeah.
said. They're like, we're not giving you Stratos, but we'll give you 3 Rhodas. Hashtag bring Stratos back 2015.
Yeah, they can't bring Stratos back in America now. We have 6 ways to search it.
Oh man, hey,
They
you could bring Rhoda back down to 1 again, or bring
No.
0 even.
Yeah, but Stella Knights have a great matchup against Shaddolls. They have a very good matchup against Burning Abyss because Burning Abyss can't deal with a well-timed Alpha Nova. Like, if they go
Yeah.
Burning Abyss monster, then Ryza, and you Alpha Nova it, they lost 2 cards and you only lost 1 because Alpha Nova gives you a card in exchange for your monster.
Yes,
And against-
Stella Knights are, they definitely benefited the most from the ban list. Although I would debate, Fire Fist got a nice chunk back for them as well.
Yeah, 3 Wolf Bark is annoying as hell.
Yeah, 3 Wolf Bark. What do we got? 3. Yeah, we have 3 tanky, right?
Yeah,
Like, God, well, why aren't Fire Fist winning yet? What the fuck happened? No one wants to play Fire Fist, I guess.
people are afraid. Like Fire Fist really can't stand up to Shaddolls. Like you go
It's
Fire
true.
Fist everything, and then they make a construct. All of your pumps are useless if you
Mm-hmm.
just special summoned your monsters.
That's true. That construct, man, such a good card.
Yeah, it's like no damage to anybody. There's a problem gone, guys.
Oh man, I've been
Yeah.
dabbling around everything and anything else, or just been sticking with that.
Yeah. Well, I want to see like 6 M's do something with their 6 monster searches.
Yeah.
Here
I've
we
seen
go.
some people play it. Makes me interesting.
Good luck.
Made me interested.
I will
Putting
say
the
there is
pack
still
together.
something very nice about first turn, like Nat Beast and Sheehan. There's still something nice about that.
Very much.
Especially if you can set Vanity's Emptiness too. Like, wow, that's going to be real rough to get around.
It's always
Sheehan,
nice to up
Smitty.
6 samurais.
Yeah. 6 Samurai just sucks. If Sheehan had a bigger, sword, fuck. He could fuck, man. 25 just seems so low. So low. Not enough.
Not enough.
It's not enough.
Never enough.
It's never enough. I have been play testing quite a bit in a slew of different card games, believe it or not. I'm working on my Esper Control, which could be changing up pretty soon. I think I'm gonna change it up to this Zoltari control, or Soltaire control, what the fuck it's called. I kind of like what I see people have been doing with that more than just going with me trying to replace what I had last time. So I might do a mixture of the two. I still like my cutesy far and away thing. I still do. I'm sorry. I love it.
That's gone though.
Oh, that is out of standard? No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
What?
Yeah, far
Well,
away's
I
gone.
guess I can't do it anymore. Sorry. Let's go. No, now I have more of a reason to drop that. Well, then, so all that playtesting was almost useless. Oh, well.
Sorry, buddy.
Damn. I always have that trouble with Magic. I could have sworn it got reprinted in the core set or something.
No, that was a Dragon's Maze exclusive.
Damn. Oh, well. In addition to that, I actually been trying Mono Green.
Oh,
I love that
course.
Ravenclaw Mystic because you know what's funny about that? Because it's a mono green deck, but I still run the Knuckle Crasher guy, Knuckle Splitter fucking guy, because that Ravenclaw can gives you other colors, so you don't have to necessarily run other land besides green, but because that like Mystic can actually generate the land you need to bring them out by turn 2.
Yeah,
So
I
it's really nice. So I have some of those in there, but trying that out, that's been kind of interesting. Being able to, just it's nothing too crazy right now. It's working out pretty well. I think I need to test it out and change it up some more still. On Pokemon, Flareon and Buddies has been working like a champ. Because what I like about it, I'm telling you, it's going. I've taken down Yveltal decks, Donphan decks. I've been taking down everything. I took down Mewtwo, nobody's business. Like I'm doing, it's pretty. It has no problem with Pyroar because I'm running nothing but stage 2s in that deck. Substitoad is not too hard to get rid of either because you run Leafeon, so you have a card.
Seismitoad, please.
Oh, Seismitoad? What would I say?
Yeah.
Substitoad?
Substitute.
Oh
yeah.
my God! What am I? I'm mixing my card games here.
No, you're just combining the word substitute with toad.
That's actually a card in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah. There's a card in Yu-Gi-Oh called Substitoad. I'm mixing
It's
them.
banned.
It's banned. Yeah. I'm mixing all my card games. Yeah. So it takes that out. Like I'm telling you, man, Flareon Buddy. It's an extremely difficult deck to play because the way it works is you have to have the right cards at the right time, and you have to know exactly what you're facing and place your energies appropriately and place the right active Pokemon appropriately, conserving your switches when you need to, because it's really rough. It runs Raichu, so Yveltal just goes woo, dies. So it's got hard counter to everything out there in the meta, and it's all very easily, stage 1. I think I do have stage 2 in there. No, I think it's mostly stage 1s. I think I might have one stage 2. I gotta double check the list. But yeah, it works out pretty well. What people have told me that I need to drop the Kecleon, I think it's called, for a Mewtwo, because they say the best counter to Mewtwo is Mewtwo. But I was like,
Yes, he is, because he's weak to himself.
yeah. But I said, well, this is still he's a lot cheaper. And it can adapt in case I face some kind of weird rogue deck. You never know.
Yeah, those
That's what I like about it.
Excelsior.
So that's been working
something
out
like
very
that.
well. I've honestly, my games have been going 50-50. Like the only times I've lost is either if I got blown out in the beginning or they just outplayed me. That's just honestly how it's been working out.
What decks usually outplay you?
Uvedal is definitely is the god tier deck right now because my only way to deal with Uvedal is Raichu.
If you don't have Raichu, you're screwed.
Not necessarily because Leafeon and Flareon can drop a lot of damage out of nowhere because if they keep dropping energy down, Leafeon ends up doing like 200 damage. Or if I have my Flareon, yeah. What's nice about it is that there's no EXs. So when they're beating me, they're only getting a prize. And when I take out all their Pokemon, they're losing too. So if they take out 3 of my Pokemon, they've only got 3 of my prizes. So when then Flareon comes in doing 200 damage each round, then I'm dropping them like quickly, you know? So I make up the time that I was losing building up, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's the one benefit of running non-EXs. So, yeah, honestly, it's a really solid deck. It's really tough to play, though. I have to stop picking tough decks in Pokemon. But I really like it. It uses so many different types. It's cool. And Beartic is a champ also, by the way. It says
Beartic,
hi
yeah.
hi Pyroar. I'm gonna put out your fire.
Pyroar.
Hi Pyroar. You're going down. So that's what I've been playing with that. In Yu-Gi-Oh, I've actually been thinking about switching to Sylvans. But at the same time, as Tagandi was just talking about it, thinking about switching to Sylvans, but because the frogs were working out last format, but now this one's thing, it's getting a little rougher. But I'm gonna stick with it for a little longer, get it going again. I thought I was doing pretty good last format, but now I'm having trouble with Quasar decks. And now for some reason, even though at all the major events, seems like no one's playing Quasar, but every time I play on Yu-Gi-Oh Pro or Dueling Network, everyone's playing Quasar. So.
Yeah. People love Quasar. It's
Yeah.
finally coming out mass release, so a lot of people that could never try it get to try it, including Gun.
It's really funny because I would think more people would play Quasar, but apparently in the competitive high level, it's just no one likes. I guess no one wants to rely on that shitty hand, or maybe you don't get your combo pieces type of deck. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I can understand that.
Be very interested to see how our Euro friends handle it for the first time.
It would be pretty interesting to see.
Oh yeah, because they're finally getting the Quasars. It only took them 15 years. No, exaggerations. I love them. Yeah, but at the same time, I was thinking about switching to Burning Abyss because I was really liking that I've been seeing more and more Monarch builds, and I was like, well, this could be, maybe Burning Abyss would just be a more efficient engine, a more competitive engine to use with Monarchs and Frogs. I was considering that, and I was even thinking about mixing up and even still throwing like a very small Frog engine in addition to it, so you can focus more heavily on the Monarch plays.
Still, I wonder whatever happened to Ghost Trick Monarch. I still respect that.
When people started maining Dark Mirrors, it went away.
A lot of people don't want to have to play. I see a lot of people don't want to play around their weaknesses really much. Like, I don't blame them.
People are lazy.
Yeah, that's definitely a whole debate with Yu-Gi-Oh's going. But that's what I've been thinking about lately in Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, honestly, either switching to Burning Abyss or Sylvans or staying with Frogs still. I don't know. I think the Burning Abyss thing might happen more because it's more of a. I really like the idea of using those with Monarchs, and I like the trap lineups you're using stuff. It's cool to use Karma Cut and shit. It's like, when's the last time you used Karma Cut? Like, come on, so fun.
Yeah, but Matt, forget your frog deck gets the extra gores.
I've been testing that. I've been loving. By the way, I've been loving 2 gores. It's
Also,
so awesome.
You guys got a glow up bulb.
It's true. There's glow up bulb. I've not tried to glow up bulb with anything yet. I did try to make a quick draw deck again, but I noticed that when I was trying it out, it was more efficient just to play like it in a deck that utilized it more, or just make a Quasar deck. I've noticed, but
I don't know.
It's not completely out of the question. Like it was holding up okay. It just wasn't perfect. I don't know. It's just not the same anymore. Like I honestly think even if we got 2 dandies, Quick Draw would not get better. Like Drill Warrior's a real powerful card, but there's like so many things now that can just fuck you up.
And at the same time, I say you still got a lot of options, especially with the 3 Rota 320.
Yeah, I was thinking about like, just a pure junk deck because there's so many combos you could do. The extra deck lineup at your disposal is really powerful. And like you said, yeah, like with tunings and reinforcement, you could search out anything you want at any time.
Yep.
So that could work. Even mix it up with that awesome, run those polymerizations and those volcanic shells and make those awesome fusion cards. Fuck, like you could do some
Here
cool
we
shit.
go.
Like I was really trying it out, but it's just like everything I've been trying, it's just not. I don't know. It just was not working. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe just gotta find the best build. It'll just take a while, maybe. 'Cause I try this every time. Like I was like, oh my god, now we're just one dandy away from things being the way I want it to be for quick draw to work perfect for me. But it's kind of working good. Like I never thought you'd get 2 Lone Fire in a Glow Bowl again. To be honest, I never thought that was gonna happen. But hey, it happened.
Hey, never say never, right?
Yeah. Yes, JB. Yes, JB. Bad jokes. All right, so that's what we've been playing lately. So let's get into some talking about card games. All right, start off with some Magic stuff. So apparently something Walter dropped this in to the document here. So apparently Wizards announced that stores may now sanction any format for Friday Night Magic. So
Apparently.
all the way from Legacy to Popper. Oh, that's the one we use Commons, right? Yeah, that one. I remember when we found out about that on the show. It was crazy. That's very interesting. Very, very interesting.
Well, they'll sell more cards that way, I guess.
It's true. Supporting more of the formats would be really cool.
But, usually it's probably just going to be standard and modern and the usuals. I don't suppose many legacies will get in there. Mainly because I wouldn't want to go to a legacy tournament. I'm just saying that.
Yeah, it'd be really, it's really rough and you got to invest a lot of money into it.
And also, a lot of people will probably be on the urge for stealing some cards because a lot of those cards are extremely high value.
Yeah. I'm thinking Cube would be quite popular. Cube has been so fucking popular.
Jace the Mind Sculptor × 4. That's why Cube's popular.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I think a lot of people just want to use their money cards. So it makes sense.
If it wasn't for that, they'd just be like,
But I saw some cool games like at Collector's End. I was seeing some cool games. Like I never seeing Batter Skull mixed with some of the newer shit with older. It's really cool. Like it's really cool to see how these cool cards and their interactions play out. Like Cube
you can always just
is
go
a very interesting format.
You can always go non-restriction if you want to see stuff like that.
Yeah, but Cube still brings some structure to it, and you technically don't get everything at your disposal, and you still have to make a deck out of blah blah. Cube was just cool. I like it. In terms of back to the announcement of the FMN thing about formats, FNM, whatever, Friday Night Magic.
Friday Night Magic.
That's cool. I just think that's a very wise decision, not for just selling older product and newer product, but
whatever's popular at your store, man. You can support.
It supports the idea. That way they can give away those promos for more situations. Because people just want to play Magic, They don't necessarily want to be stuck in this standard idea anymore. And as we see, Wizards has been moving more and more away from supporting standard exclusively. For a couple of years there, they were like, yeah, it's all about standard and blah blah. But they've been showing more support for modern in their tournament structures, and now look at this. Now just in their Friday Night Magic, look at that. They'll just go, hey, any format. And then we'll have some promos to be distributed for all of those now. So that's really cool that they're doing that.
I don't think too many game stores would do anything but other than modern standard, like I said, unless the people really want it.
Yep. It would definitely be a shop by shop basis. Yeah.
It's gonna be the players to decide what they want to do. And most will probably just say do modern or standard.
Yep, it'd definitely be a shop-by-shop basis type thing.
I'd say Collectors Inn will probably... They do both, don't they? Modern and standard.
Who, Collectors?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah,
I see Cube. I see Cube is what I see a lot. I think they do it. Oh.
Some other stores will just do what they do best. Dark Force, I think, will still do standard all the time.
Yeah.
It's like I said, it's gonna differ from store to store, but they'll always be standard. I
don't think that's ever going.
There's always be
Wizards
standard.
Still needs to make money. So that won't go
sell
away.
these new cards somehow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than replaying fetch lands, that's the only thing really Cons is doing right now.
Well, there's some. They actually put some cool things in there. They could have we were saying that one show before we went down. They could have just put fetch lands in and made everything else shit, but they actually put some kind of unique cards in there, making
They
it
put some decent cards in
yeah,
there,
not
but
making it completely worthless at
nothing
least.
too spectacular.
Yeah. Next, apparently coming fall 2015, the Magic the Gathering strategy game.
Oh, everything's got a strategy game, and now Magic has a strategy game based on its strategy card game.
Yeah. What is the Magic the Gathering strategy board game? The Magic the Gathering strategy board game is a tactical miniature game. Play as a planeswalker, powerful beings from the Magic universe. Oh, Magic trademark universe. As you summon armies, cast game-changing spells, and outmaneuver your foes on the battlefield. Be the last planeswalker standing to win. So it's apparently, from what I'm reading from the description, it looks like it's kind of it looks like it's like HeroScape. This game will be globally available 2015. How many players play? 2 to 5. Each game will
You will
include
see it
the
at
same.
Queen City Conquest 2015.
Yeah. You'll get Chandra, Jace, Nissa, Liliana. That's kind of cool.
All the popular ones.
All
Garruk's
the
probably
popular
there. Ajani.
Is being co-developed by Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro gaming team responsible for the Risk Legacy and HeroScape. Yeah, so that's why it looks so much like HeroScape. Yeah, the tiles. Look at it. You set up the tiles. You got leveling areas. Chandra's little piece looks weird. Yeah, very interesting. Well, everything's got it, like you said. Everything's got a strategy game now. It'll be cool.
Yep.
They're expanding their brand in a way. It's like this with Nintendo. When they start doing the merchandising thing, like a lot of these games are just there to advertise the real game. If you know understand what I mean. Like we'll make a strategy game that's not like super dumb, but not super complicated either, but interesting enough that might get people to look out where the source material from this stuff was. Then they'll be like, "Oh, Magic the Gathering came from this. Oh, it's a card game. Check it out." I feel like a lot of that type of product stuff that's the real reason why it exists.
Well, I don't know why you would play the strategy game if you haven't played the real card game before, but
Maybe you're at a shop and the Magic guys are playing it, and then you're normally a board game guy and you went over there and for once mingled with the other culture. That's like the only reason I would think someone else who's not Magic the Gathering player would play it. That's about it. There's might be some board game people who actually might like the mechanics. We'll see. If it's like HeroScape, that'll be fucking so sweet.
I guess. But it's nothing spectacular. It's not card based related, so I don't know why it's there.
Yeah. Those were my theories why it was there. That's the news from Walter. Thanks, Walter. Ding.
Yeah, not a lot going on. Yeah, it's people are collecting, people are goofing around with the new mechanics. Nothing too serious. I'm surprised model colors aren't doing better than they should be. People just really want to goof around with the new mechanics.
Yeah, really. Like the last decks that have topped in events, like Azabin mid-range, Mardu mid-range.
I don't think those topped. I think those are just decks that Walter wanted to point out. What's topped recently was black with a little bit of white splashed in for a sword, and that was it. It was mono black.
Yeah, I think these were like smaller tournaments I got these from. Yeah, they're definitely they were not major ones. Yeah, I do want to say they were not major ones.
Major ones were mono red as well. Was one of the
Rabble Red, right?
Rabble Master.
Yeah, Rabble Red is still
I'm
around.
so glad I picked up that guy for 89 cents.
Yeah.
Back when he first came out, this card will not be important at all.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah, Rabble Red is still going to be around. That's going to be like the main thing. Actually, if you're running red at all, there's really no reason not to run them.
And also Sarkhan's in red, so play him.
Yes.
He's a really good planeswalker. Well, he's a decent planeswalker, but you know what? He is a 2 devotion to red. Frantic Amogus is still in play. That's always going to be a thing. Mono red's always going to be a thing, no matter what. I mean, yeah, you lost Ash Zealot. That was pretty much... And Boros Reckon. Well, he's not a big part of it. But Ash Zealot was always a big part of Mono red. And that's the only thing that Mono red lost. Green lost nothing, and Mono blue only lost, Nightville Spectre? And the other Jace?
Yep, that's it.
I mean, those colors should be doing well. And Mono Black, they lost Lifebane, and they lost one other thing that was really important, Desecration Demon. But still, they have Bile Blight, which is the only thing that can take out tokens right now. That's so important right now.
Oh God, yes. Like they're actually
because there is no Ratchet Bomb, there's no Detention Sphere. Bile Blight is everything.
I've seen some token decks pop up. Not in the major tournaments, but I think that token decks could be a thing again soon.
They could be a thing, but Bile Blight is their number one weakness. I mean, there is something there to take care of them. That's about it.
Yeah,
just one thing. That's the only thing I believe that's in standard right now that can take care of it. As far as Modern's concerned, we don't really talk about Modern because it's the same decks over and over again. I believe Merlin and Pod still continues to top to this day. Nothing can really touch it. it's pretty much unbeatable.
Yeah, it's funny. Modern always what happens is the decks are already good, get more powerful when like new shit comes out. You know.
It's fun. They have to not make red green powerful. Yet what they do? More good cards for red. More good cards for green. Why not? Actually, mono green did lose one thing. It lost Burning Tree. That was a big thing.
Yeah, but hey, they have a new mana dwarf, so
Yeah, pretty much. Other than that, we'll see where this goes. Monocolor should be rocking. I don't think they had the Pro Tour for Star City yet. That's the big thing.
yeah, we'll definitely see more what's going on when that comes out.
Anything you want to say, Mac?
A couple things I wanted to say. There's an extremely powerful card that everyone should be running if they can. Reprisal is so damn good. Taking out the big cards, it's for 2, and they can't be regenerated. It's so nice.
That's good.
Anyone who can play Reprisal, just play it. Come on, it's so good. For 2, take out a creature 4 or greater. Like everyone who can run that should be running it. Like no question.
Agreed.
Deflecting Palm
We
is pretty
lost
cool
Doom
too.
Blade, so you gotta have something back.
Yeah, Deflecting Palm is really cool too.
What card?
Deflecting Palm. It's
that's
it's white red instant. Next time, let's see what I think. Is next time the source of your choice would be dealt damage to you that turn. Actually, let me just bring it up. Yeah, prevent that damage. Then if the damage prevented this way, then Defending Palm deals that much damage to the controller. So let's say you're taking 20 damage from combat damage. Well, then you take none, and then it goes to your opponent.
Pretty much, yeah. Unless you're playing Mono Blue, which should be doing some good things right now, and say Swan Song. That thing's now a bird.
Yeah.
That card is so good.
Yeah,
It's very cheap.
I think it's pretty good too. It's underrated for sure.
Very underrated.
So those are 2 cards I thought were notable to talk about that I think is pretty cool that people should be definitely thinking about playing. And Thoughtseize is also a good card.
Always there. It's
Always a
that's
good
why
card.
That's why Mono Black
Honestly,
is
you know what I was
there.
thinking I was doing? I was only thinking might make my Esper deck like literally just be blue and then run black just to only play Thoughtseize. That's honestly what I was thinking about doing.
It is the most abusable card ever.
Oh yeah.
For at least black right now. I mean, I don't think Grey Merchant was in that deck at all. That topped that New York State.
Yeah, I think as people are starting to move away from that because they know it's not going to be something they can super rely on anymore.
Yeah, they don't have Desecration Demon and Life Bane. That was the big thing.
Yeah.
But you still want
They
to
lost
Mono
Night Veil,
Black,
too.
You have available to Bio Blight.
Yeah, they lost Night Veil too, so.
Night Veil is more of a Mono Blue thing, but
Yeah, that's true. I think, yeah, right. That's true. I just like Night Veil Spectre. Hey, he'll be cheap now. That reminds me, I got to buy a 4 plate. He's like one of my favorite cards. I love him for his art. I love that he's black and blue. I just like him. He's a cool card.
all right.
Yeah, so honestly, I'm up there for predictions. So what will be, I think when people are done and when they give up on this, although, I think some of these mid-range things will stick around.
Well, yeah, they're probably going to be really cheap.
Yeah, because they're cheap. But I think things will settle into. I agree with you. I think mono green's gonna. I hope it makes an appearance.
Mono Green, Mono
will.
Blue. I think those should just stay at top.
Yeah. Mono blue. I'm not super sure yet. I have to do more research on that. 'Cause I didn't think a mono blue deck would be kind of possible, but I really don't know, to be honest.
Aether Sprout, like I told you, that Mage plus
Yeah,
Aether
I know that's good, but I'm just saying, like, it's
Yeah,
not. It's
so
not
that
like the way
Mage-
it was before, man. It's not like the
What
way it
else
was
is
before.
there that I have here? Swan Song. We still have Jace to live in Guild Pack. He's,
He's not completely useless.
absolutely not. I think he's actually decent. Everyone just says, "Oh, he's no other Jace."
Oh, Jesus.
And we still, as long as these 2 cards, Master Waves and Thassa, are in Standard, Mono Blue should always be a thing.
Master of the Waves. So I still one did an ultra art of him being like Aquaman yet or something.
Because everyone hates Aquaman.
You know, it'd be more funny if they do like the Super Friends Aquaman. That's the one that everyone hates. No one actually hates Aquaman. It's just everyone's like, oh yeah, Super Friends Aquaman. My ability to talk to fish doesn't seem to help at all, Wonder Woman. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, so that's what's going on in Magic. That's pretty much all I wanted to say. We're gonna move on to some Yu-Gi-Oh, and oh boy,
Yu-Gi-Oh!
first thing I have on my list here is Gandhi. You predicted the ban list. You got like 90% of what you said was going to happen happened.
Part of me is tired of hearing this.
I want to keep, but see, I have to repeat it again because we lost stuff earlier, even though I said it before too.
I'm tired of hearing him say this. Gandhi predicted the list.
Oh.
Bah!
He'll never be able to do it again, but it was really cool that one time it did.
Yeah, it happened.
It did.
Yeah, the ban list. We might as well just quickly go over it since it happened since we were gone. Yeah, Globe Bowl was a thing. It surprised. Honestly, it surprised me. It really did. But then it became more clear once we found out what was coming out in the new product. It's funny how it's like, oh, you know the thing that we're shooting Quasar is gonna be coming out in. Yeah, we might as well bring back that Globe Bowl so people buy that shit.
Yep.
That it became more clear after that.
They put vanities in it, so people will definitely buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing that changed is Infinity Archfiend went to fucking 1. Holy shit.
It needed to. Everything Gandhi loves needs to go to 1. Does Gandhi like that card? Yes. All right, put it to 1.
It's very, I'm not surprised it did because if you saw Worlds, it's like, what was the thing. And it's just, fuck. I don't think anyone was doing, okay, yes, Infinities were broken, I guess, because they could do so much for, like, nothing. It was so easy, but at the same time, was anyone really, like, other than Worlds, does anyone really play Infinities, or is that just, like, an OCG thing, really? I know, wait, they have their own separate list, too, so fuck it. Why did this happen? I'm actually confused. Explain to me. I know it was broken, because you could do so much shit. And I hated facing Gandhi every time you would play it. But I didn't feel like it was, like, no one was playing it. That was the thing. I just felt like no one was playing it. Nope.
Yep.
No, that was it. That's what your guys' fears are. It was really powerful, but no one was playing it, but they still needed to hit it.
They did need to hit it because it was really powerful. It was a deck that could literally go like, I win in 4 minutes.
True.
That's what happened at Worlds. At Worlds, it was a long game.
Yes.
Then game 2 was like that. Here, the game 2 was set 1 card.
I
Go.
remember watching that, yeah. And it doesn't help that they have their own negate anything card.
It's only at 1, but at the same time, they have their own search anything card. And then they have their own revive anything card. Mm-hmm. Then they had a combo where you literally named every card in the game with Psyblocker. And that was it. The last card you would name would be Psyblocker.
Yeah.
But you could literally name every card in the game. And a turn. Like, seriously.
Yeah, it's
like,
really broken. Yeah, I've lost many times on Dueling Network to people abusing everything they could about Infinities.
Yeah, so it needed to go. You yourself say it.
It did, yeah. But at the same time, I just feel like no one was playing it. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know why. Maybe because people don't like you said, like we were saying earlier, no one wants to just play the combo deck where if they get a bad hand, then they're done.
Yeah, or Dark Mirror. Dark Mirror,
yeah, Dark Mirror.
Yeah, it was like a hit or miss. I think it would be relevant, but not too OP if it was untouched in this format.
Next,
Yeah.
Raigeki. Not surprised at all. Actually, I was surprised, but I was not surprised after I read it. Because just a one-sided dark hole. All right, that won't do anything because everything in the fucking world gets something when it goes to the graveyard. So I don't think this will be a problem.
Actually, Matt, it is a big problem. Do you know why? Activate Raigeki. No response. Chain Abyss Dweller.
Ah.
I've actually done that. I replaced the dark hole in my deck with Raigeki, and yeah, I played Raigeki, then changed my Abyss Dweller. I was playing it Shadows. They were very upset.
Well, that's cool.
Raigeki's really strong. Also, it allows you to maintain a field after clearing theirs.
Yeah.
So
I still think that generally speaking, yeah, it's powerful. Not everyone's gonna be able to play Abyss Dweller. So,
yeah.
But other than that, if someone wants to run it, that's be my guest. I don't think it's like super broken anymore because there's just so much that just gets benefits from being in the graveyard now.
You're an insane man.
But the thing I love to see with this card is just it being used on Quasar. Quasar Membrano, what do you have? Dark Hole, Raigeki? Let's see. Dark Hole first. They're going to negate it. Raigeki.
Yeah,
And
I
then just-
actually I do run both. 'Cause I figured, hey, I don't need to run 2 Smashing Ground. I'll just run in the main. I'll just do Raigeki and Dark Hole, and then if I need to like get rid of target, yeah, I don't even need to worry about it anymore because they don't even fucking target. So I'm like, oh, that works perfect. Worked out good for me. I think if you just run Dark Hole and Raigeki, that's all the destruction you'll ever fucking need. I think it's cool. Soul
That's
Charge.
all you need to do.
Yes, yeah, I know. Don't get me wrong though, Raigeki's still it's still a very powerful card. So it's just nice to have that very powerful card. Soul Charge went to 1. No surprise.
It needed to go.
Needed to happen. It could be at 1 or 3. It can't be at 2. That's how I feel.
Because most people ran to.
Yeah. I think that we all just agree with that, right? There's really nothing we can other than it being maybe at 3. There's nothing else we could say where we'd want different. Yeah. Super polymerization.
That needed to go.
In a game, in terms of in game balance, it needed to go, and in terms of it is really fucking popular again, so it needed to go too.
Both. Like, seriously, Super Poly was a card that took away your field or took away something of yours and gave them something. Shadows used it because it was just that good. It was, I get a monster on the field no matter what. The card. And if you did a Chain Link 2, you couldn't even get rid of the monster they put on the field. You can't bottomless it because you would miss timing on the bottomless. The monster comes out as Chain Link 2.
Yeah, you would. That's true.
So yeah, it's something you can't, and it closes the chain. Like literally, you can't respond to it.
Yep.
You can't do anything. You're dealing with a 28 attack monster or a 22 attack monster that can't die by card effects that says you can only special summon once per turn. And it was quick play during the battle phase, meaning you swing for 19. Okay. You swing for 18. Okay. You then super poly and swing for 22. That's 18. That's 59 right there.
Yep.
So yeah.
Pretty bad, right?
Yeah.
There's polymerization. Super polymerization's always been like that. It should have been one for years, in my opinion. But they didn't. They wanted to let the hero players could still do something. It just took that deck that was non-heroes that was competitive for them to do it.
Yep. Sure did. Which is surprising because it should have been Cybers.
Yeah, that should have been. Gale is at 2.
Blackwing Call.
It's very interesting because Gale was debatably the best tuner back in the day.
Yeah, it was the best tuner. It was the best rare you could get from a pack for a long time. Until they put it to 1 because it's really good.
Even with this boost, I still think Blackwings, they're getting more and more powerful, but I just don't think they can still do anything.
No, because
their extra deck lineup is like, okay, cool. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna make with that extra deck? Nothing really.
Oh, it's a monster that can't die by battle. Well, Construct is here to tell you that you're not staying alive.
Gores went to 2, which is fucking amazing. Oh my god, Gores. Here's what's so cool about Gores.
It punishes people for
it does. He's always good and he's always bad because there's debatably just bringing him out and if he stays there, he becomes a very good card and he's putting in work. If they don't initially get rid of him, he's staying most likely most of the time. I do agree that he nowadays isn't that hard to get rid of. Like there's so many things that can destroy by effect. Oh, then maybe someone was an idiot and attacked into a mirror. Although I doubt that would happen. Attacked into a mirror force and died, or they'll just use construct or blah blah blah. He's just a great good and bad card at the same time. That is just you should just run 2 of them. Fuck. I don't even see why a deck would not run it. I know the whole problem of you need to have a clear field. Well, can I be honest with you? Most players clear your field if they're gonna go for game.
Yep.
They'll take the risk of the Gores, they'll take the risk of the Battle Fader, they'll take the risk of the Swiss Scarecrow, but they will not take the risk of the face down.
Yeah, the face down is face downs for some reason don't scare people, which is weird.
Some people, I would say the average player, they'll tack into face downs all day for some reason. But I don't know. Most people usually don't play Mirror Force though. Or you might see Deep Prism, but I don't think you really even know Mirror Force is at. Yeah, it's at 3. You're not gonna see that shit. Ceasefire and Transmigration Prophecy.
Yep. Well, Ceasefire needed to come back to deal with Shaddolls. And, to deal with a lot of things. Plus, it's a card that when you go into time as your best friend. And Transmigration Prophecy is the deal with Burning Abyss, but at the same time, you can now make very funny decks that never deck out.
That's true. You can.
What are you going to do? Wiretap it? Okay.
What do you mean?
That's
I'm
what-
going to use 7 tools of the bandit.
What's that?
It's not wiretapped. Next, no surprise, Magician of Faith.
No one
Fuck
cares.
yeah, they should put that card to 100. It won't even matter.
No one uses it, not even Gandhi, and that's saying something.
Yeah. Formula Synchron?
Formula Minkron. Well, it gives tuning decks something to do, especially with that whole Stardust deck coming out in Japan. I actually like it.
Quasar got a big boost.
Yeah, they're trying to market that Quasar hardcore,
Yeah, like
buddy.
that's honestly the only deck that's... Well, no, you could still abuse them with... Any deck that can do something with Librarian and Formula can, use Formula to its best ability.
I should build something with 2 Formula.
Yeah. I was trying to do the frog thing, and I was like, oh, wait, I don't have Fishborg Blaster.
You have Glow Bulb.
I have Glow Bulb. That's true. So they can
Yeah.
do stuff with that. But then I don't have Pot of Avarice. So, Reinforcement and Wolf Bark. Fire Fist. You literally have everything you can to be the best possible deck you can be.
But they're not. They're too... It's too much for them.
Dude, honestly, if I was if someone wants a good deck that's really good, but obviously not the best, like the best tier 2 deck ever, I would think go with Fire Fist.
Yeah.
Like, Fire Fist could beat any fun deck ever, in my opinion. Unless it's like some weird freaky thing. So that's a new kind of cool, fun deck now. That's just not tier 1, but it can be, maybe. I'm just surprised no one's done anything.
Gotta give it time.
Maybe. And that's what changed in the ban list. That happened over our little month break.
Yeah, the ban list changed and the world just...
Yeah.
That's what happened in Yu-Gi-Oh! There was a lot. There was like a giant storm around here when Raigeki came back. I found that I had 5 of them, and I went to town.
I whipped out my tin full of band cards. People
I then
said
did-
I was crazy. Whoa, you want to trade that rated card for like 20 of these band cards? Sure. I'm like, yes.
Yes, they all said I was insane.
They all said I was crazy.
I
Why are
have-
you packing up Trishulas? Because one day I won't regret it.
Yes, one day I won't regret it. Except for that one day where it was the very first ban list to change from the OCG one, and people bought Trishulas.
Yes.
It was so funny.
Yes. You get your Rampage structure deck came out.
Yeah, Augur's here. People are happy.
Yeah, reprints of Gear X is nice. Augur, you get obviously. Oh, what else
And
was that? Oh no, there was that trap card that was a reprint, right?
Gear.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. Oh, wait, is that? Yeah, Gear. Yeah, that's reprinted. That used to be a super, right?
Yeah, it
That's
did.
a good reprint.
That one though, but it's still good.
What's another one that I thought was interesting? That was a good reprint.
What else came back that was actually kind of funny? I'm trying to think.
Oh yeah, what I like about the structure deck, yeah, that's from now what I want to say. You can buy 3 of these structure decks and pretty much have a Gear deck. Like,
Yeah,
you're only
I'm
missing like
glad
2 cards, I think.
Armor getting a reprint was so good. It really needed one.
Yeah, a lot of key reprints came out of that. That's all I really want to say about that, to be honest. Next, some OCG previews that came out. The Stardust Warrior, and what's his name? Accelerator Synchron or something like that. Probably it's called.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, for Stardust Warrior, it's a Wind Warrior monster, 3,000 attack, 2,500 defense, level 10. It's a synchro, obviously. Requires 1 tuner synchro monster and 1 or more non-tuner synchro monsters. If your opponent would special summon a monster, you can tribute this card.
To negate.
To negate the special summon if you do destroy it. Second effect, during the end phase, if this card or cards effect was activated during this turn and was not, I like how it says and was not negated. They are trying to like really make sure. That might be just a translation thing, but whatever. And was not negated, special summon this card from your graveyard. Next effect: if this face-up card would leave the field due to either being destroyed by battle or by your opponent's card effect, you can special summon one Warrior Synchron monster from your extra deck. With this special summon is treated as a synchro summon. So what do we think about this guy?
He's good, especially with the new card Stardust Flash and the Legendary Collection 5Ds.
Yeah, especially we got Global back and Formula Synchron. Like you can make these guys pretty easily. Level
You can
10.
make them
Yeah,
turn
wait,
one.
that's like making dude. Anything you could do to make Shooting Star is pretty much what you do to pretty much what you do to make this guy.
Yeah.
Holy
They're
shit.
basically the same thing when you think about it.
Yeah. It's really cool. That's a really solid card. Like, man, Synchron decks they're really pushing Synchros for some reason.
Because they want us to make sure we didn't forget them. And we didn't. Did you forget Synchros?
And then this Synchron guy doesn't seem too good to me. He's a Dark Machine, level 5, 500 attack, 21 defense. He's a tuner. He requires one tuner and one non-tuner monsters. You can special summon one of these guys per turn. Interesting. Once per turn, you can send one Synchron monster from your deck to the graveyard, activate the following effects, and then these are 3 for the fact. 2 effects, actually. He gains levels equal that monster sent by the effect, and then he also can lose levels equal to the monster effect. And the other final effect is during your opponent's main phase. During your opponent's main phase, you can immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon a monster. So that's
formula.
like sync formula, yeah. Wow, that's the second guy like formula.
Yeah, Yang Zings have a bunch of guys. Well, actually, yeah, Yang Zing have a bunch of guys like formula, and that's their like formula. So everything gets a formula. You get a formula.
You get a formula. You get a formula. Everyone gets a formula. Thanks, Oprah.
Thanks, Oprah.
Thanks, Oprah. These cards are really good. Actually, I don't think Accelerated Synchron is as good, but it's still solid. Like someone could utilize those effects pretty. Like it's not complete shit. Pretty cool.
Who said they were complete shit? You crazy man.
No, I didn't. I'm not saying they're complete shit. I'm saying that Accelerator Synchron is just not as good as the Stardust Warrior. All I'm saying.
Gotta give it time, Matthew, my boy.
Yes. That's like remember DNA Surgery? No one thought that card was good, except for that one YCS when it was. And it cost so much.
That one YCS.
That one YCS.
No one cares. Just that one YCS that it won. No one cares otherwise. Just like Machina.
Yeah.
Machina
Oh God.
one
Yeah.
Thing. That was it, and it's good.
Oh man. Hero Structure Deck is coming out in January 2015.
We won. We won, guys. We won.
Yay, we won. So that's a thing that's happening. We didn't really know when that was coming out, but that's now we
Open change. Obama did it.
Obama changed. We did.
Yeah. There's only one thing I fear about that.
That Stratos will come back and the world will be at peace.
Nah, I think it'll go into a new form of chaos. But the thing I fear about the structure deck is like the trend Konami likes to do with structure deck. Take out
What else? Structured decks and unban the cards?
Nah, I was just saying like Konami likes like some of the cards that we needed to get a reprint, like that Max C we never got in the structure deck, or that Christia we never got very structure deck.
Yeah.
And the list one.
And the dark and light structure decks we never got.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
I see what you mean, Gandhi. I see what you mean.
I'm like, everybody's for it. There's some speculation if we'll get all of the back change cards, structure deck. Not me, yank them.
I like that music that popped up though.
That was me. Sorry.
Huh.
It's cool.
Interesting. Yeah, that's interesting.
It is interesting.
But I'm like, will we ever get that warning in that structure deck?
Warning, structure deck. Gandhi, you are a crazy man.
Never know. They reprinted other things I never thought they would reprint.
Yeah, true.
Eventually, everything gets reprinted, right? So.
Yeah. Thank God Gandhi is getting reprinted. I was.
Also, Advent Calendar spoilers came out. This is for German people, I do believe.
In Australian.
In Australian.
I think Ostian. I think I pronounced it wrong.
Obviously, a lot of numbers.
I want my goddamn Santa Claus.
Yeah, it was so well timed.
Seriously,
Yeah.
I want my damn Santa Claus. That thing should be over here. I'll order German ones. It'll be legal over here,
Eventually.
I think. Wait, no. Someday. Also, I want things like Noden. I want so much. They don't give me it.
They don't. The little spoilers came out. A lot of numbers. We got King Arthur, stuff like
Numbers.
that. Peter.
So many numbers. Do do do.
Some of these, I don't know if these are the first time they're getting some of these, but Big Eye's going to be in it, so that's cool.
Yeah, Big Guy needed another reprint, guys. Apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
Is Nero asleep?
No.
He's
Next,
asleep.
5D promos were leaked, and we now know what they are.
Yeah, only Stardust Flash is good. The rest are Gandhi level.
Whoa. Nordic Serpent. Did you see that art? Did you see that fucking... Did you see it's got 3,000 attack? That means... No, it's okay, I guess.
You saw the very first line? I need an Asir monster. There are currently only 3 Asir monsters in the game, and they're all synchros that require 3 monsters.
That's true. So the promos, guys, if you don't know, it's I have no idea how to pronounce that. Joe McGurnadur Serpent Nortic, or the Nordic Serpent, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Fenrir the Nordic Wolf. I think that's how you say it, Fenrir, right? That's just like the other
Fenrir.
Yeah.
You-
Then we got Stardust Flash, which Chris was saying how awesome it was.
That's a good card.
Actually, that's a really fucking good card. I agree. You know how many that's a lot of targets for that trap card too.
Yeah.
And those were the those are the additional ones. Also, you always get Quasar and
Black Rose
and
Dragon.
Black Rose. Yeah, that's it. So in addition to those 3, that's what the other 2 you always get. And they also had they had some pictures of some of the cards in there. We saw things like Quick Draw Synchron was shiny. Orange
Leaks.
Dragon. Yeah. I saw
Leak system.
yeah, like Black Rose, like a lot of these things look really nice. Black Rose. What did I say? Black Rose? Oh geez.
Yep, you got it right.
Yeah. Ancient Fairy Dragon I saw stuff like Magical Android. Like a lot of cool things. Black Whirlwind. Right now all these should be shiny. Scrap Iron Skin. Mistworm, there you go. I like that. A lot of cool things. You know, this is gonna be totally worth it to buy.
Yeah. That Goyo Guardian.
Oh yeah, of course Goyo's gonna be that's in there too.
Good Goyo.
Oh, you forgot. Yeah, a lot of these are fucking totally worth. Like, man, this is a really one that's super worth it. Like the last Legendary Collection was kind of worth it too. But like not since the what was that one? The GX one that I think like it was an absolute. Like the GX one I thought was an absolute one you need to get, and then this one's going to be another absolute one you should just get. Like buy 5 of them if you can.
I like these Legendary Collection things.
They're really good. Like they've really been stepping up their game. They're like at least as much as I hate Konami, at least they're reprint games on the ball.
Yeah. You hate Konami? Yeah. I mean, thinking,
they're no Wizards of the Coast, but you know.
Very funny and very scary at the same time.
So this is, after seeing most of these spoilers, like this is a must buy. There's no reason not to get this. Buy at least 2 of them that's mandatory. Buy 2 of them, and you'll get a lot of things you're just always gonna need. Like they're just really good. A lot of staple synchro, every staple synchro pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy. Next, Merlin's effect was revealed.
Meh.
Yeah, I wish he worked with Well, he does work with Noble Knights, but I wish his name was a Noble Knight.
Well, a wizard's not a knight.
Noble Knight Merlin!
Gandhi, you do something with it.
If you guys don't know, he's a level 3 dark spellcaster type monster. Effect monster. He's not a tuner or anything. 1400 attack, 500 defense. You contribute this card so summon Noble Knight monster from your deck. You can't special summon this. You can't special summon monsters this turn after active effect, except for Noble Knight monsters. During either player's turn, you can banish this card from your graveyard. Immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon 1 Noble Knight synchro monster using monsters you control. During either player's turn, you can banish this card from your graveyard immediately. After this effect resolves, XYZ one Noble Knight monster with XY materials
Damn.
using monsters you control. A very good support card, but also very shitty. If his name had Noble Knight, he would be so much better.
A lot of things would be so much better if Noble Knight was in their name.
Because they needed, like, I thought they needed a way to, like, burst out Noble Knights, like, special summon them to the field. But Merlin does that, but his name's Merlin. Like, you can't, then you need, at that point, you gotta, most likely when you're dropping Merlin, you're exhausting your normal summon for the turn. So it's like, fuck.
Yeah.
I think that after this box set, it will be like, that's it. This is like all of Noble Knights is getting. I think this should be sufficient to put them on the tournament net. Not to be like break in front of all of the tiers right now, but to be well represented, or not, I don't want to say well represented, but be taken notice of, like, they're able to top and win event. I think with this support and the 3 rotos is just enough to get on the radar. And I think that's what they're going to do come November.
Yeah, the Rotas, I think, did way more for helping him than anything else.
Yeah.
But
If Merlin was like a warrior, it would be very, very interesting to do. Because it would, like, filter the deck and also set up synchron XYZ plays that you can possibly play around other cards like Bottomless and stuff like that.
Yeah, I do like that because I was wondering, like, what would be worth to do on your, like, what monster would really be worth bringing out during your opponent's turn?
And even
XYZ,
then,
like,
you can, like, when you do that, you get to equip you get to basically activate the Exceed's ability to equip all the things. So you could have no monsters. Well, I'm sorry. You can go from 2 monsters to 1 really big one.
Yeah.
like, that could be worth it if you didn't have a field presence with it. Like, his first effect, like, it's just not worth it.
Not worth it.
Like, I like his graveyard stuff a lot more. But then at that point, it's really worth, like, running 3 of them just to dump him to the graveyard. You know, it's a really interesting card because he's clearly not super good. Like, you definitely would have to. Gandhi's definitely got to do something amazing. But
Yeah, Gandhi. we'll leave this to Gandhi.
Well, the deck revolves around a drought, so this is like another card to get from a drought to make it that much more consistent. So it's going to be like that became more toolboxy with other utility cards.
yeah,
Especially,
okay.
I looked at that other card that's like a Booze Incarnation. I forgot what its name was.
Freaking, for which monsters?
It brings back a Noble Knight and equips it with a quick card from the graveyard. When you have
I know
no
what you're
monster.
talking about. I think Last Stand of the Noble Knights or Last Story of the Noble Knights or something. That
Something
sounds
like that. That's going to be really good.
Yeah.
It gives it, like, after you destroy they field, it gives you, like, a reset up. Like, it'll be like, yeah, it's just like Boojins just playing Booze Incarnation. Or, like, Tellarknight having the Altier and just to set back up
Interesting.
from 1 turn.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Next, 60 card Burning Dolls Artifacts wins.
Damn it, Billy Break.
What's up with these random 60 card decks that are doing amazing?
Here, basically, Billy Break does something. He becomes the Jesus of Yu-Gi-Oh, and then everybody wants to do it.
Yeah, it makes sense though, because like the 60 card deck makes sense because you're finning so much with your Shea Dolls and your Burning Abyss, like your decks, and with your Kree Bandits, mind you, as well. So it's not surprising me that you could make this 60 cards because you're just gonna be dumping. Everything's gonna be popping out your deck anyways. So what do we think about his deck overall then, though? Like, what are we feeling about? I think it was like he actually ran. He had Blackluster Soldier. He had the 3 artifact guys. I would call it a standard Shade All lineup. He does run Mathematician and Kree Bandit. Other than that,
Yeah.
everything else is pretty. Like he does the 3 trap stun, 1 karma cut. That's about it. Everything else is pretty samey. Everyone sides the whole monarch thing though. I don't get that. I guess it makes sense. He sided Regeki.
Very,
Malevolent
I could. I've seen it doing well, just based on what the meta is right now.
Yeah.
It could set up some powerful fields, or it could grind out games, and I don't see this decking out anytime soon, obviously, but it has like a lot of utility in the deck, more so than your opponent will have.
Also, being able to make that life swarm, he actually runs the life swarm guy. To be able to play that is really good.
Because it gets rid of 4 cards from your deck at a time.
Yeah, it's really good. Did he actually run the? Yes, he did. He did run the beginning of the end. You know, I was wondering when people were going to do that. Like, was he the first one to do that?
No,
And-
like Ghost Trick
and this
Spirits or
okay,
something.
Okay, because I was wondering when people were start running that. I'm like, why is no one running the beginning and the end? All these dark monsters, you could be like doing so much with the beginning and the end. So good.
I said the last time I seen that ran was in the era of Dark Rainbow Dragon.
I remember I used to use it with Chris's advice. Was it Chris's? Yeah, I think it was your advice. 'Cause remember I ran it in my Exodia stall deck. Oh, I loved it. I missed that Exodia stall deck.
Yeah, I think it had like a minimal sprout and like that Ghost Trick Turbo creator thingy that was hot in it. That creator turbo with the Ghost Tricks.
That artifact guy is so good. Everyone just like they call. You know, I like how like I guess just that 3-card artifacts is the artifact engine, I guess. But it's like weird how that qualifies to be in the name because you run just the 3 artifact guys. I just love that. Like it's an artifact deck because it runs these 3. That's all you need.
Yep. Good
Yeah.
times.
So what do we think of the big decks right now then?
I think that once Clippard, the big red dog, comes along next month, it's going to memnarch us all.
What about the knee cloths or the fuck they're called?
I'll wait till they get to America before I start worrying about those.
So right now we can pretty much say it's pretty much stayed the same. Like Quasar did not rise up randomly, and neither did Fire Fist. So I guess it's still just Shadow's, Burning Abyss, and Satella Knights.
Matt, the reason Quasar hasn't ran up yet is because the card's not mass printed yet.
Yeah, that's true. Yep, you were saying that earlier. Yep.
So Fire Fist hasn't risen up yet because people are afraid.
Come on, guys. Why are you afraid of a little fire?
Also, Shadows wrecks it. Shadows absolutely wrecks Fire Fist.
Yeah. It's just that, it's just that fucking Constellar. It's just that fucking bastard.
Yeah. And Artifact anything wrecks Fire Fist because, they go attack, you go Sanctum.
Yeah.
And last time I checked, Sanctum said pop a card on the field, special summon a 21 beat stick.
Yep.
So
good.
Yeah. Fire Fist would have to be really good to deal with that. Like, Tellarknights can outpace them because they can just... Each of their monsters becomes a floater. Like, Deneb and Altair are floaters. Deneb gets you a card to hand. Altair brings you another card on the field, which gets you a card to hand. So, yeah. And plus, they run Honest. And last time I checked, Honest is not at 2 for a reason. Now, if Honest were at 2...
Yeah, if Honest was at 2, that's what I think that'd be a problem.
Never again.
Yeah. I still think that we need an Honest for every attribute, but that's just me.
Yeah. One day you'll get your water Honest. One day.
It would be a frog, too. They'll call him Leapfrog. That's what they'll call him. Leapfrog. Yes. Leapfrog. And when he comes in and leaps into the battle and increases your attack. Oh, I'm a genius. Konami, hire me.
Yeah, like they did Gandhi.
Yes, Gandhi, put in a good word for me.
That's it.
But a good word for Nero, too. He can use the Konami ladder to climb up and become a wizard card designer. Then all problems are solved. He'll make vexing devils that are 7/3s.
That would be crazy.
It'll be
I would
amazing.
never do that.
It'll cost 2 red, and you have to tap 2 black in order for it to attack. There you go.
There you go. Yep. I like
Yeah.
10
that.
out of 10.
There you go. Why not? No, he'll be a real deck. He'll say you'll have to tap a snowland. You'll have to go snowland to attack, and no one will have
yeah.
those. So
You must
it'll
tap
be worse.
Mystery land.
Astral Pack 6 predictions. What do we think they're going to bring out of those?
For the love of God, give us a foil Wabaku. I'm getting tired of this card not being foil.
Pretty much everything's out there that we need to be foil, right? Like Fire Fist is all good.
They
Fuck.
could foil up Leopard.
Isn't spell books are all good too? Like they've got everything they need foil. They've got.
Yeah,
I can't think of
What's a spell book? I
spell book.
forgot. What is spell book? What is spell book? I am dog.
See, there was this time when Judgment Day came, but but John Connor, even though he didn't stop Judgment Day, he found a way to get rid of Judgment Day by banning it.
But
Okay.
Konami said, "Hey," he said, "Konami, dog, can you do me a favor?"
Yo,
Konami, was
Konami,
like, "What?"
dog.
Oh,
I know you like my movies. I mean, my life, but
except for the Christian Bale one, nobody liked that one.
yeah, it didn't seem like anyone liked that one. Oh, foil Wabaku, not a bad idea. I think that'd be cool.
Like seriously, if they're gonna foil up everything, put the foil Wabaku.
I would like a. No, I think that's already foiled. Yeah, that's already foiled.
Probably
What?
like FIFA.
Chain Disappearance is already foiled, right?
Yeah, it's super.
Yeah, that's there you go. That was the only thing I was thinking of. Yeah, I think like everything is on. Like, I don't think everything's foiled. Like Wabaku really is the only one that isn't.
It's one of those cards that has never actually been printed above common.
Anything that needs to be foiled. That's why this is kind of a hard prediction.
I'll probably say I want some reprints from that hard to get set. Was it Star Trek Blast?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
An extreme victory. Like, give us foils of Mechlord stuff.
Hey,
Well, I think
Oh.
they're doing that in Legendary Collection 5Ds.
Yeah, I think
I
a
would
lot of
like
that.
to
Oh
see-
yeah, a lot of stuff will come out through that probably. It's
It'll be
weird.
cool to
Why?
see,
What?
like-
I would. Star Trek Blast was like a really. I liked that. Was a cool set, but that's true. Like that set hardly got anything like up res in it. Up res.
Yeah.
Look at me. Weird.
They can also stand to reprint what you call it.
No, we got Swift Scarecrows already res like it's got like a super rare version, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I know it's been reprinted.
Here, I'll just Google it up real quick. There's a way. It's on the wiki. It tells you, right? The Entras probably.
Yeah, on the wiki it'll tell you what sets it came out of and what rarities.
Cool. Star Trek Blast. Astral Pack 1.
Yeah.
There you go. It was. All right. I can't
I
think
don't
of
think
any.
it was
Fuck.
foil though. I know it was common.
No, Scrap
Oh,
Scarecrow
the-
is up there. Fuck, I don't know.
the Buck will be a nice reprint to get in Astral Pack 6.
The what?
The Buck.
Oh, Debunk. Oh, okay.
Because that card has never gotten a reprint.
Oh, okay. That'd be a cool way to do that. Yeah, Debunk. Yeah, I can see that.
The Buck, I would love some Soup Rivalry or Warlords. That will be cool. Some
Oh,
super
yeah,
ghosts
that'd
in
be
there.
cool.
Rivalry of Warlords got reprinted though.
Oh, it did? In an
Um,
Astral Pack, or?
I think it got reprinted in the Six Samurai starter.
Yeah, but it wasn't shiny, right?
Right. Oh, I got it. Shiny.
Well, that's what we mean mostly with Astral. Isn't that the point with Astral Packs?
Yeah.
Get them shiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
That's what he's talking
How about we
about.
start getting some shiny scrap stuff? How about that?
Oh, you mean that thing that never happened? That thing that never happened, right? Scraps never happened. It never.
I
took
want
off?
I want a shiny scrap searcher. That's what I want. Give me a scrap soldier shiny. Give it all. Give me every scrap shiny. There you go.
You're an
They
insane.
might. I think they might troll us with that shiny spiritualism.
Gandhi.
Dude,
Well, that's
shiny last will. There we go. Even though it's,
Make it, bring it back while we're at it.
no, wait, it's just last will's broken.
Yeah. Very.
No, what are you talking about?
Yeah. Gandhi would have a field day.
Last Will was really good. You know how good Last Will was when I first got Last Will back in the day. I didn't know how good it was. That's how good it was. Like I was like, this card seems cool.
This
God.
guy's pretty good. You know, I might as well use it.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I'll give it a
all
shot.
joking aside, I actually do think it would be cool if they updid some scraps.
Yeah. Give us a foil scrap factory.
I think that'd be cool. Hell, we know that might be I don't know. It's not even a thing. Pendulums are out. No one's doing anything with them. Yeah, because I remember scrap pendulums was like a big thing that was going to happen. It didn't seem to happen.
Yeah.
Weird.
Give it time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about it for me. Yeah, so Quill Forts and knee cloths. A knee cloth? I don't even know how to say it. God, Yukio, we need next week for sure. We have the discussion. It was brought up in the competitive. Actually, it was brought up again in the competitive Buffalo group. Like, guy was like, "Oh, why is everything archetypes?" Blah 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 thing. Actually, I would like to have that discussion again sometime next week.
I like archetypes.
I guess I kind of do.
Archetypes
I
are
like them for the point where, let's have that discussion next week, and I'll give you my shit. Yeah, so Yukio, a lot of stuff's been going down.
It really has.
Yeah.
Like, it's been kind of crazy.
Yeah, but overall, I think the format is pretty balanced. I like the 3 big decks that are good. I think its skill definitely shows through more often than not right now.
Format.
Yeah.
Balance. Clifford the big red dog.
Yeah, I don't know about balance, and we get to that. So,
I
but right now, I definitely think skill will reign, and actually knowledge of the meta too. Like your knowledge of people's play styles and how the decks play, other decks play out, is very valuable too. Like it's really, I really like it right now. I think it's good. Like as much as I complain about Konami, at least right now in terms of what is popular, it is balanced to an extent, like as much as you expect it to be. But also no one's playing Quasar like crazy. Let's see when that happens, how much we think everything's balanced.
Yeah.
Because most likely when you're dropping Quasar, you're not losing.
Yeah, when people get a guaranteed Quasar when they're trying to fish for a Vanity's Emptiness, you know it's going to see play.
Yeah. Oh God, if you had a Quasar and a Vanity's Emptiness on the field, holy shit. I don't know who could get over that.
You play Dark Hole, they negate it, then you summon
and then you play Raigeki. Okay.
No, then you play Grand Mole.
Oh, Grand Mole would be cool, yeah.
That should go up to 2. That's the best card ever.
Yeah, still is.
I think DCD should go up to 2, or at least 3. I don't know why it's the last card still be banned. We got Tour Guide at 3. Come on. Why are they still leaving Diva hanging?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because Diva is a tuner.
Wah,
wah,
wah.
All about that exceeding. It's still an age behind, but it didn't really help out Murnos.
Diva makes an Armades.
It does.
What does Tour Guide make? A Dante? Okay.
Yeah, how much is Dante right now?
Like, I think 65, maybe lower. I know it dropped a little bit. I haven't been even...
Damn.
No.
Not that good, but it's good, but it's not that good. Oh, God. Everyone wants to play Burning Abyss, I guess. I like Dante a lot. I see him to be cool in other decks besides Burning Abyss because he's so cool. I like the effects. But
I have yet to see a Light Swarm player with Dante in their deck.
I have seen Light Swarm die off. It jumped up for a while there. They just stopped and they were like, "Fuck, I'll just take the synchro and use it in other decks." That's what happened. That's what I saw. What happened?
Yeah, I know. I was able to infiltrate Michael in my Heretic deck.
Yeah, Michael is like the best thing that came out of that fucking structure deck.
Michael.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
All
But
right.
for the upcoming week, I think for a little while, plant-centric decks or plant synchro might power creep. Just for a little while.
I hope so. Well, actually, I don't because fuck, man. I remember I played a guy, and this is before Lone Fire was at 2, and before but it was all Synchron based. Like I played a guy who made 2 Quasars. How the fuck? He had no hand at the end of it, but God, he made fucking 2 Quasars.
Fabled.
No, he was using. It was. Did he have Fables in it? Fuck, I don't remember. I remember nothing but Synchron monsters. I honestly do. I don't remember any Fables.
Monsters. No.
I could have sworn.
Remember, like a TCG that did that once upon a time ago.
It was crazy. His graveyard had like so many things in it. He had a lot of. He used level eater a lot. So I remember those days. Now you have Glow Up Bowl. So if you have Glow Up Bowl and everything you had before, fuck, this should be nuts. Consistency should be so much better. All right, and that is Yu-Gi-Oh. That's pretty much all I had on the docket, unless there's anything else you guys wanted to say.
Yeah, we pretty much wrapped up everything I was going to talk about.
All right, then.
Good job, Fabulous Five.
Yes, the Fab Five, when there's only 4 of us right now, but that's okay.
Barnaby's always here in spirit.
Yes, one day he will return. He was thinking about returning, but who knows?
Yeah, he's got stuff.
All right, so moving on to Pokemon. Alrighty, well, there has been decks popping out left and right, Nero. Holy shit.
What is this dot I see?
Oh, Uvedal dot deck. People sometimes use Seismitoads. Some people use, like, there's not an exact pairing with him. It's just Uvedal deck with maybe they'll have Darkrai in it. Maybe they'll have...
Okay, just put Uvedal then.
Yeah, that's what I said. Uvedal dot deck.
Dot. Okay, I understand now.
Yeah. So Uvedal deck has been taking over quite heavily because it's Mewtwo on steroids, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, and then when you mix it with Seismitoad, with his Quakening Punch, like it's even rougher. And of course, people have been using Darkrai and stuff too. You would think at the loss of Dark Patch, things would have changed, but no, it didn't really change.
No.
Another things that pop up is we got this Donphan Raichu deck.
Now read this Donphan for me because I don't remember it.
Oh, it's a new Donphan, so that's why you don't remember it. Came out of the new set, Furious Fist.
Hold on, I can quickly look this up.
So this Donphan, for 1 fighting energy, it does 40 damage, and it switches the Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. So the
Donphan with one of your benched, or is it the opposite?
Yeah, Donphan with one of your own bench. So what you do, the common thing is bring out Donphan, pop it in there for 40 quick damage, in addition with the strong energy to do, what is that, additional 60?
60.
And
That
then,
would be just like normal Donphan.
yeah, but then there's also Muscle Band, which is an additional damage. And then also, if you have that stadium card, when you're fighting an EX, it does an additional 20. So you're doing like 40, 50, 60, 70, 100 damage for 1 energy. Then it rolls out of there. And then the common thing is either bring in Raichu for reasons of it has free retreat cost. It also hits Uvedal. And then bring out things like with things that have Outrage on it. I think people are mostly using Zekrom and Kyurem. The idea is that you bring them out, they take some damage, then you switch them back out with Float Stone, and then you bring out your Donphan, do massive damage again, and then bring out the guys that have Outrage or Raichu, and you're just always doing constant.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, because your Outrage guys are getting damage because they have high HP.
It's hard to hit that Donphan then.
Yeah.
Unless you use, fuck, I'm just going to call it Pokemon Catcher Supporter because I can't pronounce the guy's name.
Lysander.
Lysander. What kind of name is that?
Lysander. His hair is the hair of Pyroar.
Pretty much, yeah. If you just use him to guess the hit Donphan, how much HP does Donphan have?
Actually, quite a bit. Donphan has a whopphing, I think it was 130.
Yeah, I figured. That's still easily hittable. And he's weak to what? Water?
I don't actually remember.
Water or grass?
Oh, he's weak to water, and he has resistance to fighting. He has a high retreat cost, 130 HP.
That's the problem with his first attack, but...
He does have a secondary attack that isn't completely useless. If there's a stadium card in play, this attack does 60 more damage. Plus.
Oh, that's going to be happening because you have the stadium in play.
It's more of like a last-ditch thing because you have to discard the stadium. It does 80 plus 60.
Hey, if you're going to win the game, that's how you do it.
Yeah, so it has a secondary attack, even though it's 4 energy.
As long as you have Lizarde, whatever his name is, in your deck, that shouldn't be a problem of a deck.
Yeah, so it's been holding out pretty well. Some people...
But not a lot of people want to run that card.
Yeah, there's some tech cards people have been running. Is that... Okay, what is that Pikachu clone called? It's one of the newer ones. It's like a little mouse
I know what you're talking about. It's the fairy electric type. It's brown. It has ears, but I
I think it's
forgot.
with Didande or something like
It's
that.
like D
Yeah, so
E
it's
D E N N E.
Denji.
Yeah,
D&D.
DND. I'm just gonna call it DD from now on.
Yeah, people have been teching that in.
What's it do?
He mostly for search your deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon and put them into your bench. That's what they mostly use it for. It's a quick searcher.
Okay.
So that's what I've seen some people tech in with that. And Floatstone also seems to be a big popular thing because you need to retreat out of your Outrage Pokemon. Some people were using that Psychic Pokemon. Fuck, what is it called? The one that has Safeguard or something? No, the one that turns off your Pokemon. Turns off your opponent's item cards. Some people were using that Psychic. I think his name was Trident or like a tree Pokemon.
Trevorent.
Yes.
Something like that.
People were using him for a while. And also some people have been using Sigilif with his Safeguard ability.
Sigalith, yeah, I know him.
Yeah, so those are the 3 tech cards I've seen people swap in and out. I've seen people's builds.
But that's 3 different types of energy. That's pretty insane.
Well, you're just using Sigilif. It's got free
And again,
retreat costs.
that banks on the fact that you have Phanpy and Donphan and all those cards in your hand.
That's true. Pyroar decks are still around. I've seen just pure Pyroar decks too, to be honest. Just Pyroar. Like they only run Pyroar and then maybe a Charizard. That's about it.
It's just Pyroar.
Which is, pretty powerful when most people are playing EXs and stuff.
Just do Vettel because he's a dick.
Yeah, if they could play that. That'd be pretty
Donphan Raichu, that deck would be useless.
Kind of, yeah. It'd be useless because there's no EXs in it for it to shut off or
So
intimidating roar. It's not going to do anything.
I like that Donphan Raichu deck. That sounds cheap, first of all, and it sounds awesome.
Yeah, they're all budget cards, actually, yeah. Like Raichu might be a little hard to get. That's about it.
Not really.
Verzi and Genesect is still around, but it's not doing what it was doing at Worlds for some reason. I guess people are just trying new things, so maybe that's why it just...
People are expecting it now. After Worlds had topped, it's just like Yu-Gi-Oh! With that Burning Artifact decks. Everyone wants to play it now.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Everyone, we got to be afraid of Infinity. He's got to ban the card. I mean, limit it to 1. Got to be afraid of it.
Now everyone wants to run Bergeron and Genghis. I can't believe that one. Come on, there's so many ways you can just deal with that deck.
Yeah, it's weird. So that is still around, but it's not as prevalent. But it is still there. It's something to worry about. A lot of
Pyroar, probably guessing.
A lot of in terms of Rogue, we've seen a lot of insert here / middle tank deck. Like maybe we're still doing Empoleon. No, Powerful Friends is it's a cheap attack. It does a lot of damage.
Yes, it does.
So there's still those decks flying around like Empoleon or I even seen Greninja, but that's like a super fun version. I think people, if they were gonna try that, they were gonna go with Empoleon.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame them.
Yeah, Plasma decks have kind of taken a step back.
They're done. I think they're done.
Yeah, I think they're pretty much done at this point.
There was a I think it was the Mirror. There's something Mirror card that ends Team Plasma completely, and for a while there they were citing it all.
Yeah,
I forget what it was called, the Crystal Mirror or something like that.
Oh, that Silver Mirror. It specifically was the counter Plasma Pokemon. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That thing just ends everything.
Yeah. So
it's just like Magic. Well, we can't have it too powerful, so we gotta have this in here. Oh, unfortunately, that's too broken. That's not like the lens clarity lens where you can see face down cards for more. I mean, that ruins your opponent's surprise, but the card's still there, not useless.
Yeah, I'm looking up some Pyroar decks right now. I'm literally just seeing Pyroar, Mewtwo, and Charizard, or they won't even have Charizard. So it's just Pyroar and Mewtwo. That's all they need.
Mewtwo is a powerful attacker.
Yeah.
You
know what? We might as well just make the ultimate bullshit deck. You Vettel, Mewtwo, Darkrai, Pyroar, and Donphan. Just throw them all in there.
That sounds like no friends deck, Nero.
Exactly.
And in terms of that Toad guy, he at first people were just making deck around it, but they realized that he's better just to throw in a good deck because that Quakening Punch just turning off.
Yeah.
It's really good. Finally, the last decks, which I will also call Rogue because I guess you're going to see them day 2 at events, which we're going to talk about that next. I don't know. It's a what's that electric dog called? Roko?
Electric? Oh, Raikou.
Raikou. It is Raikou. Oh shit. He'll be using that guy again, in addition to.
I don't even know what that guy does.
Okay. He's got Thunder Fist. I can see if I can read this correctly here. I should probably have these ready to go.
Was he an EX or not?
EX, yes. Flip a
Okay.
coin if heads. The defending Pokemon is now paralyzed at just 30 for 2. I think his Volt Bolt is what people are using for. Discard a latent energy attached to this Pokemon. This attack does 100 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon before applying. Do not apply weakness or resistance.
That hits Donphan pretty hard, and it also hits Raichu, so that's a good idea.
And then they're running that one guy to mitigate the lightning thing. I don't know how to say this. It's that electric leech. That electric.
I know what you're talking about. Oh, come on.
Electros. Electros. Is that how you say it?
Electros.
He's 140. Crash and burn 30 times. Discard as many energies attached to your Pokemon as you like. This attack does 30 damage times the number of energies you discarded. People have been using him to team up with him, I assume, just to fucking get lightning.
Lightning energy back.
And then Thunder Tempest, another game was using that. It says flip 4 coins. This attack does 50 damage times the number of coins. I guess that could do a lot of damage, but you got to flip 4 coins and devote 4
You
energy.
don't want to flip coins in Pokemon.
Yeah, I guess that's if you're really
Unless
desperate.
you're using hyper toxic laser, because you still put the poison the Pokemon. It's just a coin flip to see if they go to sleep as well.
Yeah, so people have been using this deck as a Yveltal plus.
That's why Visceron was so good, because it stopped hyper toxic laser in its tracks.
True. And people are using that because of the Yveltal mostly, because that's a good day 2 deck. And then also the Iseldor deck has been making a comeback as well. The reason these decks are making a comeback, now that we talked about the decks that have been going on, they changed something in the way they do tournaments now. I don't know if you heard this, Nero.
No.
Day 1 is standard, but then day 2 and 3, they extend the format.
That's kind of annoying.
Yeah, so that's why Exceldor decks and these
You
other
gotta
decks
bring
are
all those
making a
cards,
comeback.
man.
It is interesting. Think about it, the day 1 would only be standard. Then day 2, I don't remember if I think it extends out the last format plus the new cards. So I think that
Nothing really in the last format would replace the newer format. Not when you got Mewtwo out there.
Yeah. I think
But
I
hey,
think it's from black and white up. I think that's what the last format was, right?
That's standard right now, I believe.
I want to look it up. I don't remember. Well, anyways, the last fucking. Anyways, pretty much the last format plus the new shit. So instead of things got rotated out, all it happened was all the new stuff's in addition to the old stuff. So that's a very interesting way to do your tournament structures for day 2 and 3. It definitely lets people use their older decks, but that's really interesting. So
It lets you change up your deck.
I want to know more details exactly how it's structured, because if you're allowed, because I assume that means at that point you're allowed to change up your deck halfway through the tournament, because that's really weird way to do things.
You could change your whole deck.
Grumble, grumble, grumble.
Which is a really interesting thing to do. Like I don't think any
Well,
other
it's
card
stupid.
game lets you do that in a tournament, right?
Kind of Yu-Gi-Oh, but that's only top 16 and only.
Yeah, but
and
they do the
it's
draft thing. Yeah, it's kind of weird that Pokemon decided to go this route. I don't know why they just chose to do this. Maybe to show some love for maybe they really just love the old format, or maybe they're just trying to show some love to the older players who've invested so much in those older cards that they lost through the rotation. But it's I don't know. What do you guys think about that? You think that's an interesting way to do things?
No,
What's the big reason why you don't like it?
because there's just too many cards then. You don't know what the hell is going to face. You can't prepare for everything. You can't know what's going to come up.
That's true. It makes deck designing a little bit different. Because you assume that day 2 doesn't mean everyone will go use old cards. You know, like you said, maybe some people will just stay the same, and then they'll see if they'll face.
Just like, well, the first day I saw a bunch of these decks, so, I'm prepared now. And, oh,
Nope. Some people have
it's a
change.
completely different deck now.
Completely different format. I have mixed feelings about it. I think it's very interesting because it changes things up drastically, and it makes you have to think on your toes. You really have to be a good player, but at the same time, then what stops someone from doing something really trolly? Like if you're facing a Yveltal deck, and the next day you're facing that same guy and using a Seldor deck, holy shit! Seldor is like an interesting deck that you need to know that you'll be facing it to prepare for it. Like for the formats to change drastically that much, that is kind of nuts. But I just love the idea of it. Just like, hey, now you have to think on your toes again. Although it's not really thinking on your toes. It's more like, you get fucked because you can prepare for every time.
Yeah,
There's no side decking in Pokemon, so
there is none. No.
so you can't even you can make a side deck to face it. A very interesting move on Pokemon's part. To my knowledge, it's just for official tournaments. I want to look more into it because it happened only the last month. So weird. But yeah, Pokemon's getting real interested. I like the change up since the rotation app. People have been trying out some new decks. People have been going nuts. Like in the beginning, like people were trying fighting decks like nonstop. Like the Lucario decks were popping up, but then they realized that was shitty because Mega Evolution really sucks. Oh, I felt so bad for this guy. He's trying to get his Lucario deck to work, but he was drawing ass. And then when he would Mega Evolve, he lost his turn. I was able to just do 200 damage to his like Mega Pokemon. Yeah, it survived because it had so much HP. But then the next turn after that, it didn't matter because he wasn't facing fucking EXs and getting 2 prizes.
There's an Manectric EX, Manectric when he comes out. He actually has an item that says that you don't have to skip your turn.
Whoa, there you go.
We were talking about that as if you didn't erase all those spoilers we had.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the spoilers.
Oh well.
I thought that we talked about that in the last show. That's why
We were going to, but then we went too far in the Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That show.
Oh, okay.
Then it was a month past.
Yeah, well, whatever. Yeah, so Pokemon's been pretty interesting right now. I kind of like where all the decks are. I don't like. What was I getting annoyed with? I think it was mostly the Toad because it really sucks when you lose your items. You
rely
using
a base deck, yeah.
Yeah, especially if you use a lot of items. I still have, but now like supporters are kind of replacing items because we lost Level Ball. So like Pokemon Fan Club, I've seen that pop up on a lot of people's decks now. Because they're like, I need to search out my base Pokemon now somehow. I don't want to use fucking Great Ball and all that shit. I think that's it. Like, what else? Something was annoying me that I was facing. And mostly, you know what? Fuck you, Vettel. Just fuck you, Vettel. That guy's too damn good.
You know what? They had a chance to get rid of Mewtwo EX and then said, you know what? We'll bring it back in a dark form where he teams up with Darkrai and just makes everyone's life miserable.
Yeah. Oh, man. And he didn't get hurt at all through the rotation. They just lost Dark Patch. That was it. And I thought that might be the end of it, but nope.
Hell no.
Nope. Yeah. And apparently Darkrai got whatever set he came out in, he got reprinted in some kind of promo or something.
He got in that legendary collection, which they're counting in the rotation, which I can't believe they're doing that.
Yeah, they are. So that's why
Mewtwo EX is still around too.
Yeah, and but N's still around because of that too, I think. So no one's complaining. Oh, I'm not complaining that much. I'll deal with it as long as I got my N. Need my N, baby. Need my N. Pokemon is very interesting, and I like where it's going. I like to see all this creativity. Like that Donphan deck is a very interesting deck. Not only is it competitive, but it does a cool, unique thing. It's not unstoppable, but it's really rough to deal with, actually. Like, I was having a hard time. Because when, at the end of the day, my deck's based around, honestly, I think it's kind of a control deck. You're swapping out your different types to deal with what you need to do. Like, you drop fucking Bear Tick, or you drop down Flareon's really just for the end game after you've discarded all your Pokemon, and you just drop, like, 200 plus damage on Pokemon. So it's really interesting to face that deck because it's switching it up. And those outrage Pokemon, they get so strong once they start building up damage on them. So, that was it. I was facing annoying, goddamn it, whatever the fuck. That's the one thing I had to complain about. I wish that goddamn psychic Pokemon was gone. What's his name? He's got Sinister Hand on him. He allows you to move damage. He's that ghost guy. What's his name?
What does he look like?
He's like a ghost guy. When he evolves from that weird one, it's got the one eye that can move, and it looks like he's behind like a.
Oh, Dusknoir?
Yeah, that guy. Fuck him. Fuck that card. Oh, people were playing. I was facing this one deck. I don't think it was in standard. The one deck where it used Flygon and fucking. Oh my god, just moving all the damage.
Pulled out Flygon?
Yeah, they remove all the damage.
One, right?
Yeah, the one that does you move the. What is it?
Oh, I understand now. Yeah.
Because it pops damage down in between turns, and it would just use the Sinister Hand to fucking kill my. I hate Sinister Hand. It's an amazing. Actually, no, I love the card, but I fucking hate the card. Oh,
I don't know
people
how
make cool decks with them, but then it's fucking goddamn it. He's just moving all the fucking damage around, just killing stuff with no problem. Ugh. This is the times that make me appreciate Garbodor. Eating up all those abilities because he smells. I like the way I think. I like to think he smells because his toxin smells.
Because Muck in the very first set had the same ability, and he smells too.
Yeah, so that's just like.
Yeah, it was poison. It was toxic gas, and ignore any other powers except for toxic gas. I remember that.
Yeah, good old Muck. But
it was a good way to stop Charizard if anyone was stupidly using that.
Yeah.
You can't use that stupid energy burn.
No, you can't. You can't. And that's Pokemon. It's been pretty interesting, and I kind of like it. All right, so that will be our show. It was nice to be able to get back to the rigmarole. Although sorry that we could not stream this one live, the video part of it at least. That's why it's always, guys, good to remind you that we also provide an audio only stream for when Twitch goes down. Although Twitch is probably up by now, but I'm not going to stop the show to reconnect and everything. So I want to thank. It looks like Chris is having connection issues, but I would like to thank Chris and Gandhi and Nero for joining us. It was a fantastic show, as always. Gandhi is still here. It's just Chris is having the connection issue, unless Gandhi has his phone down for some reason. I can't tell.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's. Oh yeah, we officially lost Chris. So all right. So, I want to thank you all for watching. Make sure you check out all the socials on the Facebooks, the Twitters, all that stuff. You can join our forums on the website. Our social information is Facebook, Mega Scorchers the main phase, Twitter, the main phase. Oh, excuse me, burping at the end there. Oh, yep. Oh, it's when all the cameras get fucked up right at the end. So I'll switch to this. Boom, kill screen. Hey, thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you all next week for episode 90, and we are back. So catch you all later.
Ooh.
Peace out.
Out.